All right, what's good, y'all, man? So this is the first week I'm doing this, but the ACC schedule for week 6 this weekend before action starts here in about 10 minutes. So I want to talk a little bit about some of these teams, man, and who I'm rolling with. Obviously, as y'all know, in my pick 'em, I rolled with Syracuse. Syracuse get the walk-off touchdown at the end of the game. Their running back had 4 touchdowns. Kyle McCord had another big game, 371 yards passing, 3 touchdowns and an interception. He balled out. Syracuse looks like they could be a sleeper team in the ACC. They did their thing, and they won. So obviously I got that pick right. All right, so next for prediction, Wake Forest, they're struggling this season. NC State is as well. Kind of got the struggle bowl going on with NC State and Wake Forest, but I think NC State at home will find a way to come out with the win. I'm going with the Wolfpack to come out on top. Next, you have Louisville with Tyler Show, Ja'Cory Brooks, and their dynamic running tandem. SMU has looked pretty good. They've gotten kind of better as the season has kind of gone on. Louisville's at home. I think they'll come out on top and beat SMU and win pretty handily. All right, next you got Pitt versus UNC. UNC's coming off that epic loss, obviously, to Duke. 3-2 now on the season. Had a 20-point lead. Let Duke get back in and win the game against their arch rival. Pitt comes in and got a really good quarterback. They've played some good football so far this year. I'm going to go with Pitt getting a big-time win on the road against UNC. All right, next you got Boston College versus Virginia. Obviously, Boston College dropped out of the poll. Thomas Castanos ended up getting injured as well. So it's going to be a tough road game for them. But, Virginia struggled a little bit in football over the past couple of years. They're struggling again this season. So I'm going to go with Boston College. I like their running back tandem and the weapons that they got at receiver. I think they come out on top. Next, you got Virginia Tech versus Stanford. Again, not the best year for Virginia Tech, but you've seen great flashes in their last game. Kyron Drones, the ability to run the football all the way on the road at Stanford in California. I think the Hokies come out on top. They get to 500 in this game, and they beat Stanford on the road on ACC Network. All right, next you got Clemson, Florida State. No DJU in this game. Clemson is balling right now, obviously with Cade Klubnik having a really good season. Phil Maffa, the young guys, the young secondary is stepping up in a big-time way, forcing turnovers, getting the ball back to the offense, and the offense is humming with Brian Wesco and all the talented receivers that they got. I think they win this one pretty handily, and unfortunately for Florida State fans, you guys are going to drop to 1-5 on the season. So I'm rolling with the Clemson Tigers on the road in Tallahassee, beating them. All right, then you got Duke, Georgia Tech. I will be at that game, and as you guys know, one of my picks, I have Georgia Tech coming on top. I think they get the 4-2. It's a massive game for the Yellow Jackets. They want to continue to kind of stay in that race. I don't know if they'll be in it's probably not likely they'll be in the ACC championship. A lot of stuff will have to fall their way, but they could still be a team that can get to 9 to 10 wins. They just got to win games like this, and they are favored by 9 points. Haynes King, Jamal Haynes, Eric Singleton Jr., Malik Rutherford, Chase Lane, defensively Clayton Powell-Lee, Warren Burrell. They got some talented players, but they're going to have to watch the running game with Star Thomas, who's an outstanding player. 166 yards rushing, a 29-yard touchdown reception last week, 2-yard touchdown run. He is going to be kind of the office for them. Malik Murphy is also good as well. Not the most efficient passer, but if you give him time, he can light you up, and they do have a pretty good receiver as well. So Georgia Tech's going to have to get stops defensively and make Duke pay when they get the ball offense and take advantage of that defense with their explosive offense. And finally, the running game. Got to get that going in this one. They've struggled against ACC opponents in the running game for whatever reason. Need Jamal Haynes to have at least 15 touches in this game, over 100-plus yards. Also with Traylon Maddox getting in there. I believe Trey Cooley should be back. Anthony Carey potentially. They got some weapons. They got to be able to capitalize. I'm going with the Yellow Jackets. All right, and the last one, the one at night, obviously y'all know already. I'm not going to go into grave detail. You can go look at my last video. I talked about who I have coming out on top in this one, and I'm still sticking with my Hurricanes. I did it in my pick'em. Obviously, it's a featured matchup on ESPN at 10:30. I think Hurricanes come out on top. They get a win on the road against California and continue their flight up to the ACC championship game. So y'all comment below who y'all got winning these ACC matchups this week.